Do you like sitting in traffic? How about seeing your flight get cancelled? Did your Uber driver just flake on you for the third time? Traveling in America is a pain these days, but thankfully Elon Musk is here to save us all.
Billionaire inventor of cool things.
Elon Musk unveiling plans for his Hyperloop.
It may sound crazy, but consider Elon Musk's track record
of turning the seemingly impossible into a success.
Elon Musk promises to revolutionize the way we travel. Futuristic pods shooting through a vacuum tube at ultra-high speeds. Futuristic pods zooming through underground tunnels. Major companies are taking him seriously enough to invest in prototypes and expensive computer animations. And actual cities are giving him money too.
The Boring Company will be submitting a $17.5 million franchise agreement to county commissioners Tuesday.
But don't believe the hype. I've been calling out stupid urban design and public transit projects all around the world for years. Spoiler, none of them will ever work. There is a word for such projects, gadgetbahn. It describes futuristic transportation that looks cool but is unnecessarily complicated and is definitely not built for real people. Here are the main warning signs. It's proposed by some Silicon Valley billionaire, it carries a very small number of passengers in undue luxury, its main feature is also its critical flaw, and the vehicles look like futuristic sex toys and they are referred to as pods. If a mass transit project checks at least some of these boxes, watch out, you're likely dealing with a gadgetbahn.
The Hyperloop could be coming a lot sooner than you think.
Elon Musk says he was up all night working out the final design details.
As this unrealistic promotional animation shows, the Hyperloop proposes to shoot magnetically levitating pods down a near vacuum tube, enabling a top speed of 760 miles per hour. A 6-hour car ride between Los Angeles and San Francisco would take just 30 minutes. That sounds complicated, Elon.
It's like a tube with an air hockey table. I swear it's not that hard.
Not only that, but according to Elon, the line would only cost $6 billion. Just 1/20th of California high-speed rail. That sounds like the deal of the century. So where does the Hyperloop project stand today?
2, 1, launch.
Well, Virgin took Elon's idea and ran with it, and 7 years later managed to launch 2 people down a 500-yard test track at 100 miles per hour. Fist bump. Classic gadgetbahn. The whole selling point, in this case the vacuum tube, is also the project's catastrophic flaw. Despite how easy this animation makes it look, it is notoriously difficult to maintain vacuum in a long system, but the Hyperloop is only valuable if it works over long distances. The vacuum also poses a unique and severe danger to passengers. Have you ever seen a spacesuit rupture? Damage to the Hyperloop tube could immediately result in a vacuum failure. The atmosphere would crush the pipe, turning the incoming pod into metal powder and its passengers into human confetti. And if you ever wondered, it would look something like this. The tube is also completely proprietary, meaning it cannot connect with any other form of transportation. Oh, and one pod seats 28 people. Hardly scalable. So here's how I think we can fix it. Getting rid of the tube would be a useful first step. That way we eliminate all vacuum-related safety risks and make the project cheaper. Without the tube, the system is basically a traditional maglev, which can only go about half as fast. But hey, we cannot hit that original top speed anyway if we want to make stops. Let's also make the pods bigger and, I don't know, add some windows and add more seats, hosting more passengers. And hey, if we swap maglev tracks for conventional rail, suddenly we are linked to our existing transit network. We no longer have to build new stations from scratch, or spend billions on additional land purchases for a new set of tracks that only our futuristic novelty system could use. By the time we solve the Hyperloop's problems, we end up with long, high-capacity pods running on rails, switching between mixed-use and dedicated tracks. Sort of like a... Every gadgetbahn project is plagued by fatal flaws that could be solved, but the solution would involve turning them into trains. And Elon Musk can't have trains because trains are old and boring. Not content with one gadgetbahn, Elon Musk has come up with something even dumber.
Finally, there's something that I think could solve the goddamn traffic problem.
Tesla CEO Elon Musk says that a way to beat traffic could be going underground.
In Elon's fantasy, seen here in yet more expensive animation, cars would be lowered down via elevators and then transported on sleds at high speeds. Then there are the pods, which can seat an incredible 16 people. Incredibly, several cities have taken him seriously.
Mass transit tunnels beneath Los Angeles.
And he wants to do it in Chicago.
Might someday help people get around Las Vegas.
But most of the projects are dead in the water. The only one that did progress was this short tunnel in Las Vegas, which opened in 2021. You've done it again, Elon. Classic gadgetbahn. It's needlessly complicated, serves very few people, and has more points of failure than the space shuttle. My solution? Swap the dozens of expensive tunnels for one big one, transporting one big long pod. Swap 16 seats for hundreds, then change rubber wheels to steel which run on tracks and swap the batteries for copper wires. Less weight, lower costs, more efficiency. And about these elevators, they look cool, but they also look complicated. How about instead we lower passengers down a fully automated, AI-controlled stairway? Oh wait, I'm doing it again. No. No. The future is now, and if your transit solution doesn't look like a dildo from space, we have nothing to talk about. So why not trains? Elon Musk is actually quite open about his disgust of public transit. We call this elite projection. This is the belief, according to public transit expert Jared Walker, among relatively fortunate and influential people, that what those people find convenient and attractive is good for society as a whole. Elon Musk personally hates traveling, as he puts it, with a bunch of random strangers, so here's a futuristic pod with a dozen large couches in it, going from one unaffordable downtown to another. Musk would rather pump millions of dollars into some made-up tech fantasy than doing something actually useful for us mortals. Are trains perfect? No. Especially in America, where they are poorly connected and underfunded. But in Europe and Asia and some parts of Africa, trains are a safe, reliable and fast way of getting from A to B. That's not to say we shouldn't try to innovate. Of course we should. In fact, we must. But a pod in a vacuum tube with a dozen couches in it is not innovation. It's a luxury theme park ride for people with 7-digit bank accounts. Who knows, in 100 years the Hyperloop might become technically feasible. But until then, we need to invest in technology that we know actually works. Shiny animation won't take you to work. Actual, working, efficient transit systems will. And gadgetbahns just aren't that.